Hi, guys, and welcome to Keep Hope Alive podcast. We are so excited. We have Mr. Terry, the DJ Odom here. Hi, welcome. But
Thank you.
before we get to know Terry and what he does, you can see I think you're a DJ, right? Yeah, you're a DJ. So we're going to kind of rock and roll this out. But let me ask you, Terry. We're in the same industry. How many weddings have you been to?
Jesus, I lost count after 20.
After 20, like I can say I did too because it's too many. So yeah, definitely. So all right. So Life on Record is a big sponsor of ours here at Keep Hope Alive podcast. Have you heard of that company name yet?
No, not yet.
Okay. It should be one of those that is on the top of your list. So when you go into a ceremony, you usually sign what?
The guest book.
Very good. Very good. Okay. So you sign that guest book, but let's get rid of that guest book and put a vintage rotary phone down in its place. Your guests are able to go up to the phone, pick it up, and say, "Hi, I'm wishing you a happy marriage." Click. Or they could talk for 5 minutes. Hi, click. Or they could talk for 30 minutes. I'm not going to do a 30-minute skit like that. But, anyways, they have a QR code right next to there that people can scan from the wedding, and it will allow them to do it right then and there, or they can wait afterwards and they can leave as long as a message as they want or a short one. Now, what Life on Record does, Terry, they burn all those messages and put them on a 12-inch vinyl record or this fun little boom box that you get to bring home with all the voices. That's the seller, it's the voices. I like that concept a lot. They start plans at $99 and you get the phone number for 1 year. So I think it's an awesome deal. You can find their information at www.lifeonrecord.com. All right, Terry, it's all about the DJ. What made you decide to be a DJ?
I honestly just growing up enjoying music. Um, I started off listening to rock music. Shocking, I know. And then developed into hip hop, rap, and I just loved it so much. I always loved to sing. I don't think I'm the best singer, but I think I do all right. I think
You
I do
do.
okay. I
I'm gonna
do
just put it out here. I've worked with Terry on how many gigs now? Like two or
three.
three? Three. Okay. So yeah, he can sing. It surprises me how good of a singer he is. But you don't see it that much from when you have DJs out there. And I think that's what makes you really special is that singing quality too. They like to hear you sing.
Yeah, they're shocked sometimes. I get like a couple of shots. It was like, oh my God.
Wait, don't you sing a country song too?
I do sing some country. I do some rap every now and then. Um Favorite artist right now is Luke Combs. Hot
Okay.
Luke, how's it going, man?
Yeah, I wish I could be like Frank Sinatra and Michael Bublé. You're my biggest fans. My dogs like when I sing Hank Williams songs to them. Hey, good looking, what you got
What you
cooking?
got
They know
cooking?
it's dinner time. They're like, Mom's making us dinner. Let's go. But yeah, if you have that younger vibe, like you like to do music and all different kinds. No wonder you're a DJ. So, okay, so like what's your favorite song people will want to know, or do you have a lot?
Uh I do have one song I have tattooed on me. It's a rock alternative rock song. It's called Alive and Kicking by No Point. That one holds a special place in my heart. And that's where it's actually tatted right here on my
Oh,
heart. But special songs that mean the most to me is Secondhand Serenade, Fall for You. That's me and my wife's song. Also, Ryan Cabrera, True. And congrats, Ryan, for stepping up to be a dad now. Welcome to the life of being a dad. You have a little girl. Best of luck to you. Enjoy whatever's left of your hair. Um, yeah, my a variety of music so open is like I'm a human mixtape.
Yeah, that's cool. That's really cool. Yeah. So, I mean, I remember being younger and growing up in the 90s. We had those little boom boxes, and
Oh yeah.
I would listen to Kiss FM. And when my favorite song came on, I would hit record. And, that was the best. And then me and my friend would be like, we got to call into the radio station and be on the air. I mean, that was our
Yes.
main goal on Fridays and Saturday nights. We wanted to be heard. There was a few times we were, but those are good memories, to be on. So,
Kids nowadays, they don't know. They don't know the struggle we had when we were to record
oh,
music off our little cassette tapes.
they have no idea that then it turned into what MP3s. And
Hmm.
then, I mean, it's just so different. Then the cars have what series is that what it's called or Sire? I don't know.
Series XM.
Yeah, so there's all these things, and now in this world, you got YouTube, you got iHeartRadio. Who else? There's more. Spotify hosts music,
Yeah.
Amazon has music. So you
People still rock Pandora.
Pandora. Yes, I use Pandora all the time. Wow, I'm just forgetting that one. But it's so evolved. And now that there's like podcasts and everything, they go into there as like a little podcast cover album and stuff. It's cute. But I think having the podcast and being a DJ, people are gonna want to hear like, okay, if I was having an event and I hired you, Terry, what could you bring to the table for my event? Now, I'm gonna just pretend here. My husband likes country, but I like some heavy metal. How do we mix those two in the middle?
Ooh. Basically, reading the crowd and going with the flow.
Okay.
Know when to bring the upbring, but also know when to slow it down a little bit to give everybody time to recover, to bring back up the upbeat of everything.
It's like the country is like, I love a nut bang, 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 bang.
Then
So
surprise them with a banger after the slow dance. Like, just when you think everyone's about to leave the floor, hurry up and bring them right back before they
yeah,
even touch their seats.
yeah, definitely. Now I worked many of events and the coordinators, the photographers, we lean on you. So why? Can you tell us why we lean on you during the event?
Because we're the life of the party. We help keep everything going. We are the number one reasons photographers have a job and videographers. Because if we're not doing our jobs right, then the pictures are not coming out good and it's not fair to anybody.
So here's a little lesson learned. The DJ always has the timeline. Sometimes coordinators will have it. Sometimes the photographers will have it. Not all the time. We'll ask for it, but we just don't get it for some reason. So I think as a photographer, I will meet with the minister and then I'll meet with the DJ and be like, okay, we need to cahoot together. And we've done that a couple of times at our
Yes, we
wedding.
have.
Yeah. So I mean, as usually I bring two people, but if I'm solo, it's just one of those things where you have to go with the flow, know the timely schedule, when the cake is going to be cut, when are they doing the garter and the bouquet and all that fun stuff. So now what do you recommend as favorite songs for the garter toss?
For the women, they always like to go either something like single ladies
Oh, for
or
the bouquet. Okay.
definitely Beyonce because they love single ladies. They love Where My Girls At by Flow Rider. Anything upbeat, probably give them a little booty popping song going in there, especially if they already had a little
Drinking,
drink in
yeah.
them.
Everybody's drinking at those events. And then what about for the men when he's taking off the garter to sling it?
Men, oh, that's a little more difficult because with them they hesitate because they're like, oh, do I want to do it? Do I want to do it? I know my girl wants me to do it, but oh wait, I'm single. I don't have to go do it. So with them, something more even flow to loosen them up. Give them like a little bit of laughter.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. So, and that's always a fun thing when they're doing those, as far as first dance songs go, what's popular right now?
Uh, Definitely country and Disney songs.
Disney.
Yes, I have had a couple of weddings where I have had them ask me to play Beauty and the Beast, either the
Okay.
original version or the newer versions.
Oh, okay. So, I mean, I did one wedding that was Beauty and the Beast, and I've done a Harry Potter theme too. So, yeah, and then I hear there's Star Trek, Lord of the Rings. It's
Star Wars.
different for everybody. Yeah. So, and I
I
think
have played Star Wars, the Emperor of Mark, so many weddings. It's just like I have the original, and then there's a rock version, then there's this version. I'm like, I can't help but laugh every time because
Yeah, yeah, definitely. So, I mean, I know as soon as you get your couple, learn the songs that they do want, you have to put all that together in a list, like a playlist, right?
yes.
How long does that usually take to create?
Usually when I sit down with a customer, I like to try to get it right then and there because I'm
Okay.
like, but sometimes I throw curveballs in there where people never thought about doing something like, oh, maybe we should try this. That sounds pretty cool. Oh man, we gotta think about this one. That
Yeah.
sounds like a great idea.
That's awesome. That is so awesome. So yeah, having those creative juices flowing and saying doing this. Now, you know my favorite part of the wedding, right?
Cake cutting.
No, no, no,
Trying to
it's
think.
the dancing. The
Oh yeah.
dancing when they're out on the dance floor having a good time. So those songs, which are go ahead that everybody dances to. I know them. Do you know?
Well, of course, the Cupid Shuffle, the
Mhm.
Copperhead Road, the Wobble, Macarena. Can't go wrong with the Macarena.
And then the
There's some
electric.
Latin music in there. Love me some Pitbull.
Oh,
That's like that's
fireball.
my guy.
Yeah. So yeah, they're always dancing and having a good time and everything. That is so good. But you're not only a wedding DJ, you do other events also. Can you tell me about those?
I have done some outdoor events for a couple of church groups. I have done birthday parties. They're okay, I
The
enjoy
birthday parties? I mean, children or adult or both?
both.
Okay.
The teenagers they kind of flock to other places, like they'll come back in like maybe 30 minutes later and like, we'll go ahead and dance for a little bit. Rest of the time they want to go eat and do other stuff that they have. So I'm like, it's a hit or miss with those, but I enjoy it. Gives
You got
me
either
time to
juice
practice.
boxes or adult juice boxes. So at those parties. So definitely. As far as some of the venues, I you do travel, correct? If
Yes, I do.
somebody is, yeah. So what's kind of like a policy for a DJ to travel out of towns? So if they wanted to hire you in Florida, do they pay for the cost of the flight or drive and the stay? How does that work?
Yes. When it comes to out of states, if I have to travel like two states out, then is recommended for a hotel,
Mm-hmm.
the cost of the equipment travels,
Mm-hmm.
and food, and just the regular setups.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so that's good to know. So I think a lot of people do that when they have to go out of town. And, hey, you're getting the best of the best vendor. So I've done an event, what, Florida and California, then right in Texas, but it's usually San Antonio or Austin, Houston area. So, but traveling, it makes a lifetime of memories. I think we were what, in Seabrook? And we had to do that
Oh
one
yeah,
night.
not too long ago.
It was
Hey,
so
you were a trooper that day.
I can't say much. It was just the ground leveling was a little different. But yeah, it was beautiful out there because it was right next to Kima Boardwalk and everything. And they
Yeah.
had fireworks that night also. So yeah, it was a great experience. And you know what I take away from every wedding I
What's
have
that?
done, whether it's coordinating or photos, you take away the love that you've seen, exchanging vows. And you just, for me, that's what it is. I pray before every photo shoot and everything. And I wish the happy couple a lot of luck. So, that's just a trend that I have ever since I picked up a camera, I've always prayed for the people that I've done photography for. But however, I'm rambling here. But just, going there from all the steps of the wedding. And yes, birthday parties are fun. I just don't get in bounce houses anymore. I'm getting too old. I'd be like, I'm gonna fling and I'm gonna fall on my back.
You'd be
So
surprised. I have been to a couple weddings where they actually have a couple of bounce houses.
they have ones for adults. I'm telling you. I did a 18th birthday event and they had a pretty princess one. And I was like, is there little kids that come in? And they're like, no, these are for the 18-year-olds. So I was like, oh, okay. But it was
Yeah.
different.
I
Threw me.
recommend for adults, if you're gonna have a bounce house at your wedding, do not drink alcohol first.
They weren't. They were kids, no alcohol involved. But yeah, don't do that. I think the obstacle or the jousting ones they have for adults and stuff, that would be fun. But you can't stop somebody from drinking alcohol and having a jousting fight. These are adults. This is what they do.
Yeah.
So, but anyways, so as you're going through all the different music, okay? So
Okay.
hip hop and dance club music and stuff. Um, do you end the nights on a slow note to dwindle down the event, or do you keep it pumping until the end?
I keep it bumping to the end.
Okay.
Um, because I do always ask, like at least about maybe an hour till if I have a chance to get to the person who hired me or the couples.
Yeah.
Like, hey, it's still going really good. Do you want to see if we can add on an extra hour or not? And they'll usually tell me, yeah, we'll pay you an extra hour, or no, we got cut off right at this time because
Yeah.
venue
Yeah, the venue
rules.
has certain rules and cleaning and everything. You should have an extra like fee. I can play music while you're cleaning the venue for you guys. I mean, that's how I clean. I have to have music on.
Oh,
So,
I agree.
yeah,
It's to
definitely.
help me out movie quicker. So you get out there sooner.
The job will get done so much better because I'm scrubbing to the beat. So, but yeah, definitely. So, do you have any events that just really stood out in your lifetime that you would like to share an experience?
Well, there has been a couple. I had this some returning ones where I get to wear costumes. I get to
Oh,
wear I have like costume suits that I wear. I have a Batman one. I have pumpkin ones. I just got tie dye suits. So it's like a nice jacket, tie, pants to go with it. So I can go with the theme of the events.
come
You
on.
know, in
That
the
is,
'60s style. a 60 theme birthday party, so that was pretty
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah. So I was thinking, at Christmas time, a lot of look-alike characters get booked out. And I've had a couple people tell me I look like, what's her name? Margot Robbie or something. It's Harley Quinn.
Harley Quinn.
Barbie. I was like, I don't think that's accurate, the Barbie one, but I was like, I can be an elf
See it.
again. I'll get dressed up. I'm funny. I can do this. I got this. I think I might go for it and try to find some cute little elf. Oh, they did sell a costume. So it was Buddy the Elf and his girl, Zoe. They had a guys and girls. So I was like, dude, that would be so fun just to get dressed up like that and go do a party for Christmas time and bring joy and happiness and get energy and have a good DJ there. Who knows?
I know it. There's one party that stood out to me. It was a very high-end style party, so I can't go into too much details of who was all there.
Yep.
But I can't even take pictures or videos. But right when I got there, I set up. I have at least about 1 hour till the event,
Yeah.
and the person who hired me goes right when I'm walking out the door after I'm done setting up and testing. Goes, oh, by the way, it is a Halloween themed circus. You have to come back dressed like a clown. Wait, what?
Where did you
Tell
find?
me this now.
Yeah. Did you have something in the car already?
No, I was lucky I have because I love Halloween. That's my number one holiday. So anybody looking for a Halloween party DJ or a Halloween wedding, hit me up.
All
I'll
right.
give you the best
So do
deal
you
ever.
go to the haunted houses?
Yeah, I love doing
Oh.
those. I was lucky for me. I had face paint. I had some face paint at home, so I just went home, slapped it on my face, drove back, and everybody's just staring at me on the road, like, what's up with
Watch
this
you be the
guy?
only one. Well, I thought this was a circus. Oh my goodness. I haven't really done anything where I had to dress up as a theme, but I've taken pictures of kids dressed up, like at those fairs and carnivals at schools and stuff like that. Um, Definitely. So those were fun. But
And I'm pretty sure there's some pictures of me walking around dressed like a clown somewhere on
they're
purpose.
gonna start calling you it, DJ it.
Hey, and to any fellow DJ that has been in a predicament after the event, have some fun with it. Do not wash off the paint. Go to a restaurant and have some fun with it. Because guarantee everybody's gonna be stalking you for pictures.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that would be fun. I could see that. Oh, he's a prop. Gotta get a picture with him. So,
Yeah,
but
because
definitely. No, go ahead.
definitely every time I do an event, only place is open because sometimes I have to stay later than other places. Is Whataburger. Whataburger is my go-to place, and if I'm just a little tired or too lazy to take off the paint when I get done, I'm like, oh, here we go. I'm going in to go get food, no matter what.
That is so funny. I didn't even know their hours are late. They stay open all night or something?
24 hours.
Really? Oh my goodness. Okay. That's good to know because I thought it was like only like Waffle House and IHOP and all that fun stuff. So, but definitely. Now, the name of your company is?
Little Star Entertainment.
Gotcha. And where can they find you online?
They can find me on Facebook.com/Terry the DJ, DADA
Yeah.
PERRYDADJ.
Gotcha. And I'll have all those links posted too. So, and then do you help the couples if they're working with a budget for their big event?
Oh yes, all the time. One that stands out to me the most, and we still talk every now and then. was
Mm-hmm.
this one couple. She had some issues with, there was 5 other previous DJs that all took the deposit and ran. So I'm like, oh no, that's not a good
Whoa.
thing, for DJs, because DJs, we own our craft. We take time. We learn the process. We
Yeah.
learn how to mix. We learn how to transition. We learn how to get the crowd going.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
if you're trying to be someone just to take money, don't come. Don't show. Like,
Yeah.
we don't need you. We don't need you giving us bad reputations.
Yeah, and it
So,
makes it hard on the couples too, because I know there's been a couple photographers in the news that did that or didn't show up on the wedding day. And it's
or
just
cake decorators.
that it's just so sad. I was
It
at a
could
wedding
be.
where the caterer didn't show up, and they were scrambling. They got it pulled it off. They had to go there, get some from there, and then maybe like a grocery store, I think they went to get the rest of the food. But it's just sad, and there's always what I learned back in the day, there is always one thing that will happen during a big event. It doesn't matter if it's a corporate event or wedding. The smaller ones are easy going, but you kind of have to I wear the mask of knowing this is probably going to happen.
Right.
How do you problem solve it right away? And that's my specialty. But usually the story falls in my place that nobody got the cake cutter. But that was the one thing they were forgetting. And as a caterer, I worked cutting cake. So I've learned how to take it off and get it off, but I'll be like, okay, let me get pictures with you by the cake, da da da, take my camera off and cut the cake and then go wash my hands and back to doing the photography and everything. So it's just one of those things that you can't really prepare for. You just keep it in faith and prayer. Nothing does happen like that. So, but
Yeah.
I don't
We
know.
can share some stories.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of stories in this industry. So.
Yeah, but going back to cake, I remember one wedding, um, the couple was cutting the cake,
Uh-huh.
and like they started from the bottom, so they took it, they exchanged it, and I don't know. Some couples like to shove it in each other's face, others don't like it, but the couple, they were respective. They just did like a little dab of icing on the nose.
Mm-hmm.
But then, soon as the next person came in to start cutting the cake for everybody, second slice, the cake imploded.
Ooh, because it was
So
at the
all 3 tiers went down like a deck of cards.
oh, oh
I'm like,
no.
how does that happen? Yeah.
I know we're on cake topic. I did one event right in the beginning of my career, and they had a tent outside, and it's Texas, right? Okay, they're getting
It's
married
gonna go bad.
outside. It was like 100 out, so under a tent, it's even hotter. And I remember talking to the mother of the bride, and I said, how is the cake made? And she's like, well, it's a 3-tier buttercream. I go, okay, well, it needs to go inside and it can't be put out here until it's ready to cut. She goes, no, we'll just cut the cake first, get them down the aisle. And I'm like, I don't think that's a good idea. It's really going to melt and go down. And she still wouldn't listen to me. And the DJ overheard this whole conversation. The cake person said, I need to take this inside. And she goes, no, they're going to get married really fast. And we're going to start right now. You can leave the cake right here. I will never forget. They were lined up, starting to walk down. And the DJ looked at me and went like this. Cake was gone. And she was yelling and she blamed me. Blamed me. I could not believe that. That was so hard. That's where you bite your tongue. Whatever. I'm here for your daughter getting married. No, I did not do this at all. I told you to put it in the house so it wouldn't melt. But I mean, there's always something, right?
Yeah.
Less than
There's
one.
always that one. There's always one thing that's gonna happen at a wedding that is not gonna go as planned. Trust me, I know.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna start telling that story if somebody tells me no again. I go, oh, okay, I don't want to watch it melt. I'll just
But
be honest and walk away.
but going back to the question that you asked me, like what one wedding that stands out to me
Yeah,
the most for a
yeah,
low budget. Like I said, we still talk, me and the couple, every now and then. You know, as far as I know, they're still happy, in love, getting ready to be parents of baby number 3.
yay.
So with that one, I took a major, major pay cut. And I only had less than 4 days to prepare for this wedding. And the bride had a list of over 10 pages. I mean, every slot of that paper was filled with songs. Like it was at least over 300 songs.
Well, you know what? She had to start when she was younger then.
So I'm like, I
300.
hope that I have some of these. So, some of them I did, some I didn't even know were
Songs?
artists yet. So
How many songs do you actually play in a wedding?
majority, no more than, depending on how many hours. I think the maximum I have ever played was maybe 85 songs at one time.
Okay. I never knew that. Something I'm learning new now. So, um, also when you come and set up, describe your display of how you put things out. What does it look like? What can your client expect from
Um, my space is very small, so I don't take up a lot of room, so I can fit into corners. I can fit into small spaces.
you? Hmm.
So, nice little display table. I have my background logo in the back, or sometimes they like to decorate my table. So
Yeah.
sometimes I don't have that. So I have to let people know who I am.
Yes.
Um, got my speakers, I got my lights in the back of me, so they're shining past. I
Nice.
come out every now and then from the DJ booth, do a couple songs, and I'll probably be singing along or probably do some karaoke.
Oh, karaoke at a wedding?
That's what I said too. But some
I
people
seen at
love it.
birthday
Some people are
parties.
like, yeah. It's
Yeah.
always let me get a couple drinks in me, and then we'll think about it. Well, okay.
What's the funniest thing you've seen happen at any kind of party? Um,
Oh man. Um. Okay, this is going to go into your category of for photography.
okay.
Oh God, the times I wish I did not put my phone down. Oh my God, because every time I put my phone down, something
Something
happens. And I'm
happens.
like,
Yeah.
no. So I gotta start remembering to, leave my camera out so I can record
Yeah.
more things.
Yeah, definitely.
Two things, weddings took place that hold special places in my heart.
Okay.
The first one, going to the photography. The photographer decided to stand on a chair to get a big group of people dancing the Cupid Shuffle. So while everybody there doing the Cupid Shuffle, she decided to stand on a folding chair. And right when everybody was
He's right.
turning,
Yep.
all you see is the photographer with her camera going,
Backwards.
and all you hear is a smack down, head to back. And
Dang.
everyone, right when they turn, is looking like this.
Ah, that was a picture to get though. Yeah. Was she okay?
She was fine. She was more worried that her camera. Yeah, she was protecting her camera more than her body.
I see how
After
that
that, the
happened.
wedding kind of died down because everybody was just over worried. Even though I made announcements, she's fine. Everybody can go
Yeah.
back to dancing.
Well, if she landed on her head, that's a whole different story. Ouch. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
there are times photographers have to stand on a chair. I think the last one I did was for I probably can't say, but it was a TV show, The Bachelor. Somebody got booted off, two of them, and they had a party in Fort Worth, and over 500 women showed up. So I had to be on a chair, and they gave me my own security officer to help me and stuff. But I was just, that was interesting. I don't like chairs. They scare me. But I will lay down on different angles of my body to get the cool shots, with things looking blurred and off at a distance in one area. It's a creative eye thing. I don't know how to explain it. So, but
Yep, only photographers know that perfect angle.
yeah,
No matter
yeah.
if they're laying down on the floor or not, they know how to get that perfect angle.
Yeah,
So I
definitely.
do commend y'all on that.
Yes, definitely. So,
The second wedding
yeah,
that I mentioned, because there was two.
yes.
Um, again, I should have had my phone ready because I just missed that golden opportunity. It was outdoors,
Mm-hmm.
and I noticed throughout the day there was swans and geese and ducks all strolling around.
Mm-hmm.
And the couple were there exchanging their vows, and this little boy went out of nowhere, comes running down the aisle, screaming his head off, and all you see is a big giant swan going right after him, like, come at me. Oh my gosh. So everyone was like in a panic trying to get the swan out. It was ready
Yeah,
to
yeah.
fight. But the couple still stood there and did their vows with no distractions.
Yeah, yeah. I,
Right after I put my camera down.
I remember nobody told me when I was getting married, there was a bee flying right over my head, like circle. They're like, if we told you, oh my gosh, you would have ran from that wedding out the door. But here I am. I should have. Sorry. But yeah, it's fun to see all the different things and things that can happen and those missed shots. I know, I don't know. You told me I missed a shot. You remember that from one of the events we did?
Oh yes, the reaction. Because one lady, she kept bothering me about playing this one person. I'm like, hey, get your camera ready. I want you to get the reaction of her face. And right when it happened, you walked away.
I had to. I had to. See, this is where this comes in play. Okay. So the DJ wants something, but the bride is direct to me. I need you over here to get a picture. And it's an older couple. Sorry, I have to do what the client wants to do. So I know, but you can always reenact. You can go, I know you had to do this. I'm going to reenact this moment, So that's where you go. But there has to be an understanding. It's kind of like, what if that happened to you? And, what would have you done? You would have done the same thing
I agree.
because that's what the client wants. So, but definitely, you said you're on Instagram. Do you have a TikTok? Well, I know you do.
I do have a TikTok. It's TikTok.com/Terry DADJ. No spaces.
You're funny. You're funny on there. I like watching some of the videos and stuff. So it keeps it
Oh, I
entertaining.
haven't even hit the peak of the one of the videos I got because there are some pretty crazy videos I have recorded.
Yeah. And I mean, I know with my TikTok, when I was doing it, they said, if you have a podcast, you need a TikTok. And of course, I'm like telling my son, I don't know how to do this. Like, you need to show mom how to do this. And he did. But I remember there used to be a long time ago an app called Musically. And I
Yes.
feel like Musically is TikTok for some reason. And I could still sing, whether it was Christmas songs. I used to have a big stuffed Olaf. And I did Baby It's Cold Outside with him. I gotta find that video again. It makes me smile, but I think just having fun and showing the fun side outside, this is my life side on a TikTok helps people see who you are. So, even with the podcast, I go, I'm not holding back anything. I'm not going to ever wear a mask. I'm going to be who I am. If I have a funny face, I'm going to have a funny face,
Exactly.
or have a blooper, I'm going to have a blooper. Just
Yeah.
don't make reels.
I have one video on my TikTok that stands out the most because it's highly insane how this happened. It actually involves my daughter. It's only like maybe a 10-second video, but it was at her school dance because I volunteer at my daughter's school dances to help out, and she was behind the DJ booth because she knows how to transition
Yeah.
and play other songs and stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
she's a future little DJ in the making. Fingers crossed. Like a 10-second video. I post it, I go to sleep, I wake up,
Yeah.
1.1 million views.
What? See, Liam, my son, all he did was have a prime drink in his hand and watch another person's video. And it literally, it was funny though. It was like, it is made with the same component as dog, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, Liam, you drink that? And he's like, no. But he got a lot of hits, and they're like, you need to turn this into a reel. And then that goes, I just learned TikTok. What's a reel? Like, oh, come on, I got AI marketing training I have to do. And you know what? Reels are probably the easiest things to make. And, I'm just going to have to sit there and learn it. But as a photographer, I don't do video. I just don't. So I don't know.
You need to. You have the passion for it.
Yeah, definitely. So, but I wanted to have this podcast also reflect the industry I am in, and you're part of the industry as a DJ. And, just kind of over the years, the bride and groom or the couples these days are going to be looking like, what's going to sell you? What kind of music? Is it Latin or just all romantic? What extra things do you do? Are you going to dance? Are you going to sing? What makes Terry the ultimate DJ? That's what they want to know from you. Why would I hire you right now to be my DJ? I'm getting married in 10 years. What can you do for me in 10 years, Terry?
Well, in 10 years, I'll probably have a lot more stuff added on.
Yeah, definitely.
You want a laser light show? We'll do that.
Yeah.
You want the smoke flying up as soon as you come out down the aisle? We can do that.
Start planning now.
You want money to fly out at you? We can do that. You want streamers to go explode?
I want it all. Yeah. So, but as far as advertising, do you just do the social media way for advertising, or are you actually doing publications?
Word of mouth is the strongest.
It is.
The strongest key.
Referrals by word of mouth. That's how I did my photography for many years. Hey, do you want to come in this magazine? Is it free? No. I just thank the guy upstairs for the people that I get. So I've been very blessed and been able to do what I love to do. Just by word of mouth also. So that's the best tool.
Yeah, you probably don't remember, but a while ago, we have actually met way before we actually started talking. He actually showed up at my old job. And
I didn't know that.
How I knew she was a photographer because she had one of those little magnet signs.
Yes.
So I'm like, oh, cool, you're a photographer. Can I have your business card? totally forgot about it because I have so many. I have like a giant stack of business cards from different businesses. And I'm like, I'm just going through one day, and I'm like, huh. Like years later, we meet up, we became besties,
Yes.
and I just found it out the blue, sent it to you. I'm like, hey, look, we met before.
Yeah, I was getting my car washed, wasn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah, but if it's the one in Plano, I know that they had pay inside, wait inside, watch it go through. Yeah, so that's so funny. But that I was what, 18? I'm 45 now. That's a long time ago. So, but yeah, definitely. I mean, you never know who you're going to run into in this world, you know? I wish I could go back and talk to Three Dog Night and apologize. I was a smart butt checking them out of a hotel. And they sang, Nadine, honey, is that you? And I go, wow, good. I'm Madonna. You know, it's just like, they're like, she doesn't know who we are. And I go, yeah, I do. It's Rune, blah, blah, blah. And you're this person. But it was Wildflower Festival in Richardson. So yeah, I was checking out some bands and I want to go back. I want to tell them Three Dog Night, I'm sorry. If they watch this one, I'm so sorry. I might have to hashtag it or something, right? Is that what they'll see? But yeah, I think they were just recently in Oklahoma or something at Choctaw. So I was like, I would go and see them. Yeah. But
I, I know I just recently did a Halloween party on Halloween night, and there was actually a couple of former Dallas Cowboys and current Dallas Cowboy players at the event. One of
yeah.
them tipped me $20. Thank you for that. You know, I was in the moment at the time. I didn't realize that money actually entered my tip jar.
Oh, that's awesome. But that's the best way to find it is, you know, on the side. We got to create something for photographers because the bartender, the DJ, they can put out tip jars, but the photographers, we can't attach a tip jar to our bodies. I mean, we're everywhere running. There's no way to do that.
It's your birthday or something. You know, put the money.
Put a
You're like,
fanny pack on, it says tips. So yeah, but
but maybe I'm thinking about maybe adding more to the business. I'm like, maybe I should think about getting my bartender's license, you know, because bartenders they get tipped very well. I
yeah,
like
they
DJs, you know, we bring the music, we bring the vibe and everything, but
yeah.
the bartenders they help with the feel good,
Not
the
well.
in the bone.
I did a class and it was a mixology class for a networking group in the industry. The first thing I thought is the end of the day, I don't want to learn anything else. And then me, I'm always clumsy. They had all the glassware, the shakers, and the little pour things. And I didn't realize how complicated it could be. And they're like, you just take it over. I was like, that cup's going to go flying right behind me if I do that. But I remember it was like, I forgot what kind of drink it was, but I kept pouring water to dilute it in there. He was like, what are you pouring in there? I go, a bunch of water with a little bit of alcohol. I don't know what my drink is going to be. But I mean, they had 3 or 4 that we had to learn with the instructions. And, you know, I remember going back to where I do karaoke, my friend who bartends, I was like, you have a hard job. And she's like, yep. I go, I never understood all the learning for all the different drinks, you know, I could never do that. I just could never do that. Yeah, I'm just, no.
Dedication. That's all it
Yeah.
is, just dedication.
But I wonder if a bartender could be a photographer and see the things I see. Now, I can take pictures of the drinks and make them look really cool and really pretty, but that's as far as it gets. So, but anyways, so we're going into the new year. Any big goals for your company?
Yes. Right now we are in discussion of talking about throwing a epic quiet party. We're in discussions of that one. Basically, a quiet party is basically everyone dances and hangs out with headphones on. So
Oh,
get
oh,
multiple DJs together. They take a station. It's color coordinated, so whatever color you're assigned, that's your station, so people can tune in to you.
all right, because I know my upcoming show, I have somebody who does that. That's going to be on my show. So I'm excited to interview them because it's such a different concept, and a lot of people are starting to do that. And then what I learned from the comedian that was on one of my shows, a lot of people like getting roasted and toasted at events and stuff. So, and playing the trivia games,
Oh
so
yeah.
we do that at party time. We have all that stuff. So we can bring that. And here's partytimetexas.com. And I say we, so I work there. So can definitely get that booked for events for Party Time Texas.
Yeah,
But
you always gotta have a sense of humor when it comes to making announcements for like a wedding or event. Like me, when I'm at the wedding, the first thing I do when I go up, when I have to be the master of ceremony,
yes,
is I'd be like, "How's it going, everybody? My name is Jared, the DJ. I'm the master of ceremonies tonight. Before we get started, we're gonna go ahead and start the game where the couple has put like I don't know, I come up with a certain number amount in my head,
yes.
like if you go ahead and turn over your seats, you will find $100. Whoever gets that is the winner. And everybody goes crazy. And then when I tell them it's not real, they, I get a little bit of the booze and the laughter at the same time. Like,
Oh boy.
that was funny,
You
right?
stand up and lift a chair and look at it. What if they threw the chair at you?
I never thought about that.
Yeah, it's like you didn't watch the Muppets. Who was it? Fozzie Bear had tomatoes thrown at him. So, I mean, I think laughter is the best thing in our industry because we can laugh at all the experiences that we've been through and stuff. I'll never forget, we had our 47th anniversary party here for party time, but I met Tharpo, the clown, the coach of happiness. And he made me laugh so hard. I didn't know who it was yet. I haven't met him. And he was wearing a suit, not a clown outfit, but he just got me laughing. I was like, nobody makes me laugh, It's like, oh, I gotta change that way about me. So he brought that to my attention. So I enjoy life a lot more. And even if you have struggles or challenges, you laugh through it. I mean,
Yes.
today it was funny. I don't care sharing this, but I actually had a big hospital call office call me and they go, why did your doctor refer you? And I told them why. And they go, we don't know how to code this in the system. And I'm like, what? Okay. But they never made an appointment for me because they don't know how to code me. I laugh at it because nobody right now has ever seen what I'm going through and they don't know what to do. So it's just, yeah, roll with the
And for me,
punches.
when I walk into a room, because when you see me, you don't know what to make of me. You just automatically think I'm just this one way, but then when they hear me and they see what I can do, they're like, okay, wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So, um, also, you know, I know with events, I've always wanted to ask this question to DJs, and you kind of brought it up earlier. Have you ever had people get mad that you're not playing their song? Because I know the brides, they'll come and say all these songs need to be played. But you may have a little kid say, I want this song. Can you please play it for me? How do
All the
you
time.
do that obstacle? I mean, what do you tell the little kid who wants it so bad?
Well, it depends on the couple. Because if it's a wedding, they have strict rules. Either they want their music played or they're open to, song suggestions. So if it's a strict wedding where they already have the playlist set,
Yeah.
I actually, wait a little bit, take the time, find a clear moment, then ask the couple, hey, I had like this many people ask me if I could play this song. Is it okay?
Yeah.
So that happens a lot. And then occasionally you get the disorderly type of people, a little drunky.
Oh,
Those
they
like
want to
people
hear a
come
certain
up
song.
right in front of your face while you're, in the mix and like
I
are
need
not
this.
stable and ask, or demanding you to play a song that they requested. And I'm like, and they're like, it's so embarrassing at times because I had a lady almost fall on top of my system. I have
Oh
had a
no.
lady almost break my laptop because of her certain areas. And I had a drunk little girl, not little girl, but like
Little girl. I was like,
a
wait
drunk woman,
a
a
woman.
drunk little woman start screaming into the live microphone, demanding her song. And I'm like,
Wow. Ah,
and in a case, and in occasions you have a couple of Karen.
yeah. Yeah. I mean, photographers will get comments from the guests every now and then. Oh, you gotta just follow me around with that camera. There's some that it's not even at weddings. I remember I did a business at one of the guys said, "Oh no, you should just be shooting my picture, none of these other guys." And I'm just like, I said to him, "Oh, my camera doesn't like you though. It only likes the whole group together." And I made it very clear right then and there. That's how it's gonna be. Like, so, but it's just different. Yeah, and I mean, you got to watch out for the equipment also. I mean, when you're drinking involved, anything can happen. Even with photographers, if they're doing green screen and they back up too far and go backwards into it's just not good. Don't drink and don't be a
Watch your surroundings.
professional who drinks on the job because that's no good either. So you want to be very professional and make sure
Yes.
you have the insurance to back you up in case anything accidental happens like that. So, but definitely. So yeah, we went over everything. Is there anything I'm missing about being a DJ? Your best moments, your worst moments, we went over. Your social media, and then your favorite song.
Okay.
There's songs that always stand out in people's heads, that bring back memories, good memories. So that should be another question I would be asking all my couples, like, what is the top one? Then let me know the rest. What do I have to play? And I'm sure you do that. So, yeah.
Yeah, there has been some songs that have thrown me a curveball. I'm like, really? You want
Yeah.
that song? So I'm like, okay.
Has
Uh,
meaning. Yeah. Yeah.
there's
So,
like three songs that stand out the most that throw me for a loop.
mhm.
Uh, one was Coolio, R.I.P. Gangsta's Paradise.
Oh, I love that song though.
I'm like, at a wedding? Okay. Everyone was up singing along,
Yeah.
flowing with it and everything. Like, okay.
Yeah.
The second one that stands out is I used to. This is a little bit embarrassing. I don't care. I'm older now. I enjoy it. I embrace it. Lou Bega, Mama Number Five. I used to
Okay.
own his CD.
Uh-huh.
I know that whole CD word by word. Could probably sing the whole entire album. Um, Shout out to Lou Bega. Miss you, man. You need to come back out. We love you.
Uh-huh.
And the third one is Afro Man, Coke 45.
Yeah, I remember this. So,
Yeah. You have to make sure the kids are not around for that song.
Yeah. But yeah, those are fun ones. I mean, a couple weddings I've been to, again, I'm having flashbacks as you tell me this. They'll either have like a dance one and the bride's like trying to go all the way down on the floor, and it's funny because it's one you wouldn't hear, but they're having so much fun. So, you know, and then usually at the end of an event, they'll play the ones that they didn't want I guess, the grandparents to hear or stuff like
Yeah.
that. So, or they've gone home already. So it's just easier that way.
Yeah, I'm about to throw you for a loop because I know this is a little bit off topic, but it's gonna be something special.
Okay.
Because my first wedding, I still remember my first ever wedding.
Mm-hmm.
And a couple other weddings that were right in the middle. I actually had a little bit of paranormal activity with those. I actually had ghosts request songs
No.
for the wedding.
No, they didn't.
Yes, it's so true. Like I see a song that just pops up on my list because it has a suggestion like, "Why don't you play this song?" I'm like, "That's a good song. I'm gonna play that song." And next, you know, as soon as I play it,
not a hacker.
everyone starts crying and weeping, and I'm like, "What? Like, is the song bad?" You know,
Is
I
having
thought
your
it's a good
wedding
song.
Oh my gosh, I wonder if it's like a loved member that should have been there or something, you know?
Yes, recently. And it's just like they come up to me afterwards. People come up to me and like, "Who asked you to play that song?" I'm like, nobody. It just popped up on my. Oh my god! This person requested a song. Like that's
Wow.
their favorite song, and they just recently passed. I'm like, you know,
I think my friend who passed away a long time ago, I think he's taken over my Alexa. Every time I say, Alexa, turn on Frank Sinatra. I know you have Alexa right there, but oh well. They'll play I Did It My Way. And that's one song he always would sing at karaoke. So
that's what one of my old coworkers at a Christmas party. That was his song. And like he had the biggest standing ovation there was. I didn't have enough room on my phone to record his whole performance.
yeah.
So I'm like, but he got a standing ovation. He killed that song. And I
Wow.
got part of it on my TikTok. It's on TikTok, people. But
Okay.
not the
Well,
full version.
I'm gonna have to go find that one and watch that one.
He crushed it.
That's good. That's really good. Well, I want to thank you so much for being on Keep Hope Alive and sharing your fun experiences about being a DJ and what it takes and how people should hire you and you know what to look for budget wise and entertainment wise. So you crushed it, Terry. Yeah, party on. So I also really wanted to give a quick shout out to our sponsors. Of course, we have lifeonrecord.com, who is the interactive guest book. Then we have bridalshowsinc.com. So if you are in the Dallas Fort Worth area and looking to plan an event, they have about 4 trade shows out of the year, maybe more than that by now. But you can go meet the vendors, get their information, meet them in person so you can have that bond and everything. So look them up for their next show and everything. Our next one is partytimetexas.com, your one place to come and get a DJ, a band. You can also do caterers, venues, photographers, videographers, jugglers, fire breathers, lookalikes, game show trivia stuff. The list goes on. We, meaning me, I work there too. We will help you plan anything that you are needing for your event. Our next one is Miles and Smiles. Miss DeborahRose.com. She is an investigator, but also she does the handwriting analysis and the lipstick reading, which is really cool. And she's accurate. She's accurate. Me, I tried to put up my boundaries and wasn't. She's never going to get, she broke them right down. I don't know how she did it. She's accurate. So our next one is Bryce Harney. He is a magician and a mind mentalist reader, I guess. He is all over the United States right now, traveling. Have fun, Bryce. You can look him up at www.brycemagic.com. And then our last one is Mr. Richmond Punch. I always call him Mr. Just richmondpunch.net. And he's a violinist. He's graduated from the Juilliards and he's been in Dallas most of his life. He just moved to Atlanta, Georgia, I guess. And oh, that's weird. My printer just went off and I was like, there's nobody here. But yeah, he's wonderful. He's played for some Lifetime shows. He's performed in front of 1 million people. He's done a lot of weddings and corporate events. He's somebody you want to check out. So you can always find Keep Hope Alive podcast on anywhere that you find your podcast, whether it's Apple or Deezer or Spotify or Amazon or Audible. It's everywhere. Okay. So check that out. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to keep on to the latest shows that are always posting. We have so many more guests coming. I can't wait to provide all of these wonderful interviews we're going to have, especially for 2024. So we are in season 5, and thank you to my listeners. And thank you, Terry, for being here and joining the show today.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, and we're going to go from there. Love and light to all my guests. Bye, guys.